And I'm Darius.
And we have to talk about something.
It's bullying.
When people think of bullying, they think of kids getting shoved into lockers or having their heads flushed in a toilet. But the truth is, bullying can be a lot more complicated than that.
Bullies use their power to hurt or control others. And they might make you feel unsafe in places where you should feel protected.
And that's not okay. Your school, sports teams, and after-school clubs have to be safe spaces for everyone. There was a time when I didn't feel welcome at school. Some girls that I thought were my friends had decided I wasn't cool enough for them. Everywhere I went, they either laughed at me, made fun of me, or ignored me altogether. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, there was a time when I didn't feel safe at school. I started to dread coming to football practice because one of my teammates would always take the drills too far. It didn't seem like anyone noticed. I mean, the coach was too busy focusing on the whole team to see me being bullied.
No one ever has the right to hurt you or make you feel unsafe.
The problem is, bullying is hard to stop. And that's because most people's first reaction to bullying is to ignore it. You may feel like it will go away, but the problem with ignoring it
is that it won't stop, and it might even get worse. Maybe you're embarrassed, or you want to believe that it's not a big deal.
Or maybe you're afraid that telling will make it worse, or that whoever you need to tell won't understand, or be able to help.
But trust us, because we've been there. If you're being bullied, there's only one way to deal with it.
Stop, walk away, and tell an adult. Stop taking the abuse.
Get yourself away from the situation.
And go talk to an adult you trust. Tell them everything.
Parents, teachers, counselors, and coaches' first priority is your safety. Believe me, there are adults that want to help you.
Bullies might scare you out of telling, but if you tell an adult, the bullying is more likely to stop.
The adults in our lives won't tolerate bullying, but we can't tolerate it either. We have to stand up for each other, and we all know.
Friends, for the kids you've never even met, always speak up.
It's time we work together to make our schools safer for everyone.
For watching the video as part of the next content, it will bring teacher and friends into the content that there is something to watch the listen to. Let's go.
ความของการกลั่นแกล้ง Bullying must meet certain requirements to be considered bullying. There are malicious imbalance of power, repeatedness, distrust, and provocation. School bullying may occur either in school, on campus, or outside of school, but it is due relationship created in school setting.
Bullying. Number 1. Direct bullying and indirect bullying. Direct bullying is different from indirect bullying, as direct bullying involves direct contact with the one being bullied. Indirect may not. An example of direct bullying would be throwing something at a person or yelling hurtful words at them. An example of indirect bullying might be spreading rumors about a classmate. Number 2. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is any type of bullying that happens online. It can be hurtful comments on a personal site or deceptive private message. Number 3. Physical bullying. Physical bullying always involves physical contact with the other person. This can mean hand-to-hand, but can also mean throwing items, tripping, or eliciting others to cause physical harm to a person. Number 4. Emotional bullying. Emotional bullying involves using ways to cause emotional hurt to another person. This can include saying or writing hurtful things, causing others to gang up on an individual, purposefully ignoring or spreading rumors. Number 5. Sexual bullying. Sexual bullying refers to any sort of bullying done in any manner that is related of a person, gender, or sexuality. Example can include forcing someone to commit intimate acts, making sexual comments, or unwanted touching. Number 6. Verbal bullying. Verbal bullying means using any form of language to cause the other person distress. Examples include using profanity, hurtful language, negatively commenting on a person's appearance, using derogatory terms, or teasing. Number 7. Bullying in higher education. Many people wrongly assume that bullying stopped in high school, but bullying still occurs in higher education as well. This can happen in many forms and comes with special challenge due to students living away from home and on their own in many cases.
Bullying law. Although they can vary from state, most states have laws that require schools to report, document, and investigate cases of bullying in schools. Schools are also required by law to take action to stop bullying. Some state laws may list consequences of bullying and mandate that bullied students be offered proper counseling. However, there are many laws that help students with learning or other disabilities. The individual that with However, there are many laws that help students with learning or other disabilities. The individual with disability education Act mandates students be given the right to a free appropriate public education, give a student with an IEP, individualized education plans, access to this appropriate public education is inhibited. It is against federal law. Also, Section 504 and Title II of the American with Disabilities Act prohibit discrimination against a student due to disabilities.
How bullying affect children ผลกระทบของการกลั่นแกล้ง การกลั่นแกล้งมีผลกระทบต่อเด็กอย่างไร ไปรับชมกันได้เลยค่ะ Consequences Those who have experienced bullying can have low self-esteem which can lead to depression. Some victims of bullying have physical and emotional distress as a result of school bullying. Adolescents where bullies are more likely to develop depression is adult. 2. Chronic victimhood. Unfortunately, some students are victims of chronic bullying occurring multiple times a week. This prevents in case of chronic bullying to prevent long-term harm. The reasons for being bullied reported most often by students include physical appearance, race, ethnicity, disability, religious, sexual orientation. School-based bullying prevention program reduces bullying by up to 25%.
What are the main causes of bullying? อะไรคือสาเหตุของการกลั่นแกล้ง There are many factors that come into play that can result in bullying. If there are students that have tendency towards bullying, and the school climate around is bullying is likely to arise. Bullying can be a result of a difficult household situation, low self-esteem or poor social skills.